Ah. Hi, I'm here to talk about my idea for Character Animator. Now, Character Animator has certainly come a long way, but one of the things that gets asked about, and one of the things that I see the most requests for online, is body tracking, right? So, as somebody who's actually dabbled a little bit in 3D modeling and actually invested in a Connect to try to learn more about this stuff, I recognize how totally complicated and difficult motion tracking for bodies can be. And I mean, you gotta get a high resolution camera and some high-end software and, you know, one of those motion capture suits if you want to get any sort of like really passable results, especially if you're trying to work live, right? So until we get sort of some of that stuff more advanced and we get some of those harder problems figured out, I was thinking that I have an idea for sort of a novel interim solution, which I call the camera trackable. So tracking a body is really hard, but tracking a shape is comparatively easy. If you consider the QR code, for example, you can actually track one of those in real time from a smartphone while it's projecting a 3D image. So I think it's a lot less CPU intensive and just generally a lot easier to implement. So I was thinking if there's a way you could take a specific shape or a symbol and like apply it to a scene, then this would solve a lot of existing issues in Character Animator while sort of opening up to a whole lot of like really exciting new possibilities. So, I mean, like, what's more natural, for example, than like using your hands to manipulate a puppet? I mean, this is stuff that kids do almost reflexively. And with a camera trackable, you could move puppets in a similar way across a scene really easily. Or you could put one on your chest and use it in conjunction with the face behavior. For me, I think it might be cool to put one on my hand because that way I could actually track my hand in real time. So if I'm like drawing, for example, or I'm using a mouse, like right now I'm just using the eye gaze behavior, which is fine and more or less does the job. But if it was actually moving like how my hands are moving, I think that would be like a really cool step forward. And maybe you could even do like two symbols, so you could, you know, have one for each hand or one for two puppets. But there's a lot of, I think, really cool possibilities that unlock with this, you know, fairly basic, I think, to implement concept. Now, obviously, the question is, how do you actually program this? And I have no idea. This is a problem for nerds to figure out, not extremely cool content creators like me. But if you like this idea, please be sure to like this video, and more importantly, be sure to let the people at Adobe know, because I think this is something that they would be interested in maybe looking into. So that about does it, and thanks. Have a good day.